Hi guys. One little thing I'd like to talk about here, just basically effectively goes like this. When you do something from the heart, it's free. It's gratuitous. It's priceless. It's less a price because no price can be put on it because it's a gift. Okay? See where I'm going with this, people? Now, when you do something for money, there's no ounce of anything from the heart because it's for something that is outside of the heart for money. And that's why on the United States dollar bill, right, they put "In God We Trust" because people have made money their God. Now, money was not supposed to be part of your temple, and that's why they call it bills of exchange, because if you're dealing in bills of exchange, you will get exchanged. Hence, that's why they call it the stock exchange. Example, the Toronto Stock Exchange, Toronto Stock Exchange, because you will get exchanged at your expense, which was a British form of currency, to be franc, which was the French form of currency. Okay? So, if you are chasing after "In God We Trust," that is a false god outside of yourself run by a bunch of pagans in a demonic society, demonic IC. So you're not being very manly when you're being demon, because now you're being demanded from. You're not being a man, right? You're not being remanded again. You're being demanded, okay? So obviously if you're demanding something, it's like if I hear these people, they're going, "Oh, well, I'm making a notice of demand." So you're making a notice, so no enticement of demand. So you're saying there's no man involved here, is what you're saying. And then you'll say, "Well, that's my car. I demand this." So you've demanded, and you effectively left that vehicle out there for salvage. But anyhow, that's another talk show. If you want to be possessed by, BUI, your possessions, you will be possessed, okay? Now, I get a lot of people writing me going, "Oh, well, you look like you're living high on the hog and this and that." And I'll be honest with you, people, no, nothing could be farther from the truth. But I have food in my belly, and thanks to a lot of friends and other things, and because I like to give from my heart as opposed to work these dirty jobs for something that is called money, which is outside of the heart. See, people, money is so unnatural. This is how unnatural using money is, that they cut down trees to do it, to print money, right? Now, that's not good. Now, did you see God ever printing money? The Creator ever printing money? The Father at her printing money? I don't think so. And you know why? Because you don't need money. You never had to pay for the parking. You had free parking. You never had to come out of the Garden of Eden and say, "I'm going to eat from the tree of knowledge and stupidity so I can pay for the very land that I had for free before this." It's absurdity. So, nonetheless, people, if you want to make "In God We Trust" money your God, you will always be chasing after something that is elusive. Okay, and look at the words. The first three letters, ill. It's not going to be good. It's like buying your pharmaceuticals. Take the P out. Your harm at ceuticals, right? From Rexall drugs. I mean, really, you want to buy your dope from Rexall? People, whoa, and then you want to shop at a farm at sea, right? Take the P out and you got harm at sea. Whoa, I'm sorry, but if you're going to put something outside of yourself, that is a false god. When you realize that everything you need, it's right here, right here, right here. This is why this is called your soul, your solar plexus, the sole of your feet. Obviously, there's something going on. And if you want to be dirty and you want to contaminate that soul and you want to deal in the world of sin and debauchery and all that stuff, which is effectively money, and you make this your God, I'm sorry, but you're selling your soul, and they will call that soul trading. And they will trade that as traders would, traitors to be exact, in Toronto on the stock exchange. Okay, so you will get exchanged at your expense if you think that you're going to deal in that world. Once again, to be frank, right? You want to deal in currency? Well, you can see where this is going. In Matthew, they say to Jesus, they say, "Oh, we got a coin here." The first thing Jesus says is, "Hey, whose face is on that?" "Oh, it's Caesar's." "Well, give back to Caesar what is Caesar's. You render that back to him right now. Give him back that dirty shit, or you pay the fee on that shit." It's just that simple. But effectively, it's called get that out of your temple and give that back. You give away your possessions, okay? I really don't own anything, and that's why I'm free. If I had to get up and go tomorrow, I'm free to get up and go. All these people, they want to live in fear, but what they don't understand is the Creator produces everything in love. Now, people have free will to do whatever they want after that, such as murder people and pick up guns and go to war and, you know, and all this crazy stuff. And then they'll call themselves all these names like soldiers, soul, right? You sold your soul. It's amazing, just the letters in sold your soul, die. You want your soul to die, you pick up arms, okay? The Creator just blesses you with a world of munificence and abundance, and people say, no thanks, I want to pay for parking. So, and please, people, stop running around going, well, if it weren't for these people and it weren't for that people. I'm sorry, but you people are so messed up out there. Now, I'm not accusing anybody of nothing, I'm just stating the facts. People are so messed up that they want to go shit and piss and poison their water through the oil industry. And look at the words, in, dust, and try. In, dust, try, all, right? Industrial, right? So if you want to run around like a bunch of pagan whores in an in, dust, try, all world and contaminate your water and then go, well, I got to make money to support my family. Well, your family, their kids are going to have kids and they ain't going to have any drinking water because people were fucking idiots and they were pissing and shitting in their water. And they're fracking it up, for God's sakes, man. Like, really, people? I used to be a whore. I used to work in the oil, in, dust, and try. And then people wonder why they never get ahead. Well, how will you get ahead in an industrial world? Right? Like, whoa, you want to be of this world? Well, I'm sorry, but that's my kingdom is not of this world. Now, it makes it very hard for me to live in this world when I see all this stuff. Like, people are going, well, if I don't get my slice of the pie, well, somebody else is. And it's like, wow. It's like, man, how do people miss the message? You know, I've been programmed all my life. Do this, do that, you know. And all of a sudden you start waking up and it's like Yoda says, you must unlearn what you have learned, right? Because you've been programmed and your body is measured in grams or pounds, LBS to be exact. So it's all bullshit. And you're just a unit of me as your man, right? Measurement. Okay, so people, get off this ship and get away from this false fictitious God that they call money or paper, and in God we trust. And you know you live in a dirty world where it doesn't matter where everything that goes on, it involves one word, money. Oh, where are we going to go for supper? Who's going to pay? Oh, how about this? Who's going to pick that up? Who's going to use their gas? Man, it's just such a dirty world, man. We lent our vehicle to some people the other day. They had it for a while, the whole 9 yards. And, you know, next thing you know, we get it back and it barely has any gas in it. Like, really? You know what I mean, people? This is exactly what I'm getting at. And people want to promulgate this and propagate this kind of so see eye tie. No thanks. That's why my kingdom's not of this world. And the bottom line is, people, if you people are going to go pollute your rivers and your drinks and everything else for these little dirty de facto pieces of paper, well, look at the words. You want all the power to operate in the world of their money, right? Power, take the P out and you have ower. So you're an ower of debt already. And that's why when you go pay for something, it says, and you pay cash, it says paid cash. Might have your name on the receipt, but you didn't pay for it. The cash did because it's got the Queen's face on it. She's the head of state. And what do they take when you go and apply for a driver's license? A headshot. Why do you think your face and your head is on your license? That's how low this goes, man. So you people might want to wake up. And I'm not talking another water term here, okay? I'm not talking currency down by the sea, right, where the riverbanks flow and the banks are, okay, people? Get that shit out of your head. Bottom line is this, okay? Don't run around in fear. Even if you died tomorrow, let's put it this way, okay? Even if you died tomorrow and the bomb fell, a nuclear bomb falls on us, who cares? Because you know what? The creative source that brought you in, if you're loving, and I'm not talking this hocus pocus feely touchy stuff, if you're in a state of, hey man, you're out to help your fellow man in the whole 9 yards, even if the bomb fell on me tomorrow, do you think I give a crap, honestly? Do you think God is going to let anything bad happen to me? No, but if you want to run around because you have your gift of free will and state that you're a citizen and apply, become an applicant, and you're applying, you're lying for an Ontario birth certificate, well, I'm sorry, God can't protect you when you're running around and saying otherwise, saying, I don't want anything to do with that. That's effectively what you're saying by apt lying. You're becoming a liar. And the minute you become a liar, you live for these notes. And I tell you people, these notes, it's a fool's gold, because Jack and the Beanstalk, the beans are worth way more. See where the God source is powerful? And I don't mean over and full. Okay, so if you want power, you just take the P out and you take the R out and you will O. Okay, trust me. So that's where power is. Now, the grace of God that isn't living their lives around these things, okay, well, you're going to do a lot better in life, because God can only help those who help themselves. And people, I can't make this up. You don't see God printing fictitious money. No, right? You don't see the laws of nature and God's laws printed on paper. You know why? Because that would be unnatural. And that means, like, they print money, they would have to tear down trees to put God's law on it. God, the Creator, is not such a fool. Just add another O and God is good. Anything else, so if you're running around and you've applied for one of those certificates, the Ontario birth certificate or whatever certificate, if you've applied, you've lied, and I'm sorry, you now thus become the person, and you take God and you throw that out the window. And